Hello, and welcome to Passion Talks, the podcast that celebrates hobbies, interests, and talents. I am Muhammad Rafi Febrianto, your host for this podcast. In this podcast, we bring you stories from people who turn their passions into something special. Whether you are here to learn, get inspired, or just enjoy a great conversation, we are so glad to have you with us. First of all, let me explain what hobbies, interests, and talents are. A hobby is an activity that someone does for pleasure when they are not working. An interest is an activity that you enjoy doing and the subjects that you like to spend time learning about. Meanwhile, a talent is a natural ability to be good at something, especially without being taught. These definitions are based on the Cambridge Dictionary. Today, I have two amazing guests who are here to share their passions and experiences. All right, let's get started. First off, hobbies. We all have something we love doing in our free time. So, what are your hobbies and how did you get into them?
Hi everyone, my name is Diki Arif Hidayat and my hobbies is sports. I like sports since I was 5 years old. I love drawing too when I was a kid. My father's is very good at that. It got me interested in it. Even though my hobby has nothing to do with my goals, I still enjoy it.
Hi all, my name is Larseka Putri. On this opportunity, I would like to tell you about my hobby. I think my hobby is reading all type of books. I'm very excited to looking for all kinds of knowledge that I get from the books. I started reading as a kid until right now I still read, especially when it comes to the reality of life. It's my way to rest in college activities.
Those are all such creative hobbies. Now, let's talk about interest. Sometimes, an interest doesn't necessarily become a hobby, but it still plays a role in our life. Are there any topics or activities you are interested in but haven't you fully pursued?
I've always been interested in planning things, like how the event will go and what should I do next. I'm also interested in anything that has to do with calculations because I feel I'm good at math skills.
I really love math and chemistry. I'm very happy if can solve the problems of math or chemistry. Besides it, I very love children too, especially who are still toddlers.
That's really interesting. Now, moving on to talents. Some people discover their talents naturally, while others develop them over time. How did you realize your talents and did you work to improve them?
I have skills in communicating. It makes me easy to mix with new people. I also have creative thinking. It helps me in solving problem and also makes me always like new things that are in my mind.
With math, I always account almost every day. I have created a course for people that most difficult solve the problems of math and chemistry. They are make me more enthusiastic because I have to teach you about them.
That's amazing. It's great to hear how passions can grow into talents through dedication. Before we wrap up, any advice for listeners for any advice for listeners who are looking for discover or develop their own hobbies and talents?
Just start. You don't need fancy equipment or formal training. Just go for it and learn as you go.
Don't be afraid to experiment, try different things, and see what excites you the most.
All right. After all of you have shared your hobbies, interests, and talents, I am also interested in sharing mine. I like to watch science fiction movie and listen to music. Music makes me enjoy myself and science fiction movies inspire my imagination. I am also interested in computer network engineering and network security. I really want to become a network engineer. Additionally, I am very good at network engineering skills, such as configuring Cisco network devices, MikroTik network devices, and building and maintaining computer networks. All right, that brings us to the end of this episode. Thank you for listening. Be sure to follow the podcast for more great content, and we will see you in the next one.